On March 15, 2025, researchers from Italy and Scotland collaborated to make a discovery beneath the Middle Pyramid of Giza, known as the Khafra Pyramid, that could change our entire understanding of these ancient structures. They found something astonishing 4,000 feet below the surface. Earlier studies had estimated that the pyramid was built around 4,000 years ago, with most of its structure above ground except for the base. However, recent findings by researchers Filippo Biondi and Corrado Malanga suggest otherwise. They discovered bizarre structures beneath the Khafra Pyramid and estimated that the pyramid could actually be 38,000 years old. The Khafra Pyramid was previously thought to contain only 2 main chambers, but the new research revealed 5 additional hidden chambers. In addition, they discovered 8 massive pillars, possibly wells or shafts, stretching 2,100 feet beneath the base of the pyramid and spread across an area of 6,500 feet. A spiral pathway wraps around these shafts, all of which are connected to 2 giant cube-like structures measuring approximately 80 meters in both length and width. This underground complex is so vast that it is estimated to be at least 10 times larger than the pyramids themselves. If we combine the height of the pyramid and the underground structure, the total would surpass even the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building constructed by humans. Researchers also revealed that 4,000 feet below the pyramids are chambers and passageways that connect all 3 Giza pyramids. This suggests the entire structure functions like a mechanical device. According to the researchers, it may even be a power source, potentially with an entire underground city beneath it. This discovery has reignited the debate over the true purpose of the pyramids. Were they merely tombs for ancient pharaohs, as most people and archaeologists believe? Or were they a source of energy, as suggested by the recent findings? So what is the real truth behind these pyramids? How did the researchers discover this massive structure? What do other scientists say about it? Who built them, and for what purpose? Let's dive deeper into the details. These pyramids are located in Egypt. As of now, 118 pyramids have been discovered. Among them, the 3 pyramids at Giza are the most famous. The largest of the 3 is known as the Great Pyramid, or the Khufu Pyramid, standing at 755 feet tall, made from about 2.3 million limestone blocks, each weighing 2.5 tons. The Khafra Pyramid is smaller, at 447 feet, and it is also the site of the famous Sphinx statue. This is the pyramid beneath which the new discovery was made. The smallest is the Menkaure Pyramid, standing at 228 feet. First, let's understand that these pyramids were not unknown to people. They were always known, but detailed studies and research were limited in earlier times. Research on pyramids began in ancient times. Herodotus wrote about them in the 5th century BCE, but modern scientific research truly began with Napoleon Bonaparte's Egypt expedition in 1798. When Napoleon visited Egypt, he brought soldiers as well as scientists to help him with tasks like making ammunition and finding food. However, once they saw the pyramids, they decided to study them, leading to many important discoveries. During this expedition, French scholars systematically studied the pyramids and documented them thoroughly. It was also during this period that they discovered the Rosetta Stone, which helped Jean-François Champollion decipher ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. Ancient Egyptians used symbols and images to write. For example, there was a specific symbol that meant pyramid. The Rosetta Stone still exists today and is housed in a British museum. This is because after Napoleon was defeated by the British, many of his discoveries, including the Rosetta Stone, were taken by the British. After Napoleon, researcher John Shea Paring began excavating the pyramids in 1837. He studied and created interior profiles and maps of pyramids, such as Abu Roash, Abu Sir, Saqqara, and Dahshur. While working inside the Red Pyramid at Dahshur, he even carved his name into the wall, which is still visible today. In 1842, researcher Carl Richard Lepsius published the first modern list of pyramids, known as the Lepsius List of Pyramids. He listed 67 pyramids, and today the count has increased to 118. Between 1880 and 1882, Flinders Petrie measured the dimensions and angles of the pyramids with great precision and proved that their construction involved highly advanced engineering. Earlier, it was believed that the pyramids were built haphazardly by slaves, but Petrie showed that their exact alignment and proportions were meticulously planned, indicating skilled laborers were involved, not just slaves. Later in 2016-17, researchers from Japan and France launched the Scan Pyramids project. They discovered multiple hidden chambers inside the pyramids, including a large void inside the Khufu Pyramid, which they named the Great Void. Amid all this research and exploration, various findings led to the conclusion that the ancient Egyptians believed in reincarnation. The pyramids were built as burial tombs for their kings, the pharaohs, and they included artifacts to accompany them in the afterlife. There is substantial evidence supporting the idea that the pyramids were tombs, mummies, funeral-related inscriptions on the walls, and references in ancient Egyptian texts all support this theory. That's why most researchers and archaeologists believe that the pyramids were indeed constructed as tombs. However, there are always people who reject this theory. Many conspiracy theories have emerged over time. Some people claim the pyramids were built by aliens. Others believe in different ideas, such as the pyramid electric generator theory. This theory suggests that the pyramid was not a tomb, but rather a source of electricity. The recent discoveries beneath the Khafra pyramid have reignited interest in this theory. But what do other scientists say about these findings? First, some scientists have questioned the method used to discover the underground structures. The Khafra project researchers used SAR, synthetic aperture radar, technology by deploying 2 satellites from 420 miles above Earth to send radar signals. These signals produced data that was converted into a 3D structure model. Radar expert Lawrence Conyers claims these findings are highly exaggerated. He stated that the technology used is similar to sonar radar, which is typically used to map oceans and does not penetrate deep into the Earth. Therefore, he doubts that the technology could have scanned so deep beneath the pyramid. He suggests that small structures might exist beneath the pyramid, but a whole underground city is unlikely. Archaeologist Zahi Hawass also dismissed the claims, saying the discovery lacks scientific basis. In the past, several other extraordinary claims have been made regarding the pyramid's powers. For example, that food spoils more slowly inside the pyramid, blunt razor blades sharpen themselves, and organic materials stay fresh for longer. However, when the Mythbusters team tested these theories, they found no such effects. They placed a rose, a glass of milk, an apple, and a blunt razor blade both inside and outside the pyramid. After 16 days, everything had decayed equally, and the razor blade had not sharpened. So it's possible that this latest claim may also be proven wrong, or it could be proven right in the future. But that will only be possible if an excavation is carried out beneath the pyramids. The Khafra project researchers are ready to conduct excavations to validate their findings. However, the chances of obtaining excavation permission from the Egyptian government are slim. Egypt has a history of restricting archaeological excavations that challenge the established historical narrative. So, I don't think the Egyptian government will grant permission for an excavation to prove this discovery. But what do you think will happen next with this discovery? What's your opinion?